Imagine you're married, welcome the child into your life. Your DNA says that you're not the father, but the state doesn't care. You still have to pay child support. This is the story of Gerald Miscovich and how the archaic law stole his future. Welcome to the Guardian File, where we expose stories of legal injustice often overlooked. Gerald's case went viral for a simple reason. It makes no sense. His DNA test gave him freedom, but the system had other ideas. So sit tight, because we're diving deep into a courtroom drama you have to hear. Here's how it started. Gerald married his wife. They built a life, dreams, hopes. Then they had a baby. Under Pennsylvania law, the moment that child was born, Gerald was automatically the legal father, even if there was no proof, even if doubts existed. That's called marital presumption. It's meant to provide certainty. But when biology says one thing and law says another, that's where trouble starts. Gerald had doubts. Nothing sinister, just a nagging question. He requested a DNA test. Lab results came back. He was not the father. Boom. Case closed, right? Not in Pennsylvania, the court said. Nice try, but you're still the legal father. Well, unless you can prove one of two things. Number one, biological impotence, or number two, you weren't there at conception. So basically, science confirmed innocence, but the court called it irrelevant. I think about that. DNA, one of humanity's greatest discoveries, ignored. Instead, Gerald faced harsh questioning. Can you prove you were physically somewhere else 9 months ago? Absurd, right? It's a powerful metaphor. When outdated laws override scientific truth, justice collapses. Let's break it down step by step. The baby is born. Gerald is labeled dad by default. DNA disproves paternity. Court shouldn't collect any more support. But law says DNA alone isn't enough. No interest in modern science. Without impotence or alibi, Gerald remains legally responsible. These legal roadblocks aren't rare. They're often built into statutes and family codes. Gerald's story isn't Pennsylvania exclusive. Florida has similar rules once. In other states, laws require challenges within 6 months. Miss it, and you're stuck. Some states demand evidence of fraud. Others require marriage to end before challenges. Point is, in a world of DNA accuracy, laws often stay stuck in the past. For Gerald, this wasn't just legal limbo. Every court session felt like a betrayal. He spoke about how hopeful he was when the DNA test came back. But each subsequent hearing crushed that hope. The financial strain was real. The emotional strain, even worse. He faced questions about impotence, a deeply personal, humiliating ordeal. And the judge, dealing with old laws, had to follow procedure, even if it defied common sense. When Gerald's story went public, the reaction was swift and loud. Men's rights forums and parenting groups rallied behind it. One Reddit commenter wrote, DNA is the gold standard. How can law ignore it? Another on Twitter said, this is medieval. We deserve laws based on science, not superstition. It sparked calls for statewide reform. Let courts accept DNA results without extra hoops, became the rallying cry. Why did this archaic law come to be? Back in the day, paternity claims disrupted families and inheritance lines. Legislatures put up strict proof requirements to protect marital families from false claims. But now, with cheap and accurate DNA tests, those concerns look outdated. The intent was stability, but it ended up weaponizing trust. There's a path forward. 1, remove impotence absence requirements. Make DNA the sole deciding factor. 2, set a fair challenge window, 12 months after birth, not tied to marriage date. 3, provide legal aid resources for those fighting wrongful paternity. It's not fantasy. It's reality in other states. New Jersey law lets DNA be enough. Tennessee criminalizes paternity fraud. Pennsylvania, stuck in the past. And Gerald is the symbol shining light on it. Gerald Miscovich didn't just challenge his case, he challenged the system. He's still in it, but with every hearing and public support, the spotlight grows brighter. His fight is a story about truth versus tradition. At its heart, it's a demand. Let science and justice guide our laws, not outdated fear. So, what can you take away from this? If you're married and have doubts, speak up. Don't let time or tradition silence DNA. Laws should protect people, not paperwork. Because when truth becomes inconvenient, we all pay the price. What would you do if this happened to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should DNA be enough in court? Like this video if you believe science should matter more than arbitrary rules. Subscribe for more real legal stories from the Guardian File, where the spotlight never dims on injustice. So in Pennsylvania, you can be married, proven not the father by DNA, and still forced to pay. Gerald Miscovich's story shows us how a few lines in outdated laws can wreck lives. It's time to rewrite those lines and let DNA speak the truth it holds.